Here's a rewritten and rephrased version of the article: Trump's first foreign trip and warnings to Russia during his first term. President Donald Trump's initial international visit was to Saudi Arabia. Now, he is issuing a warning to Russian President Vladimir Putin, stating he may impose secondary tariffs on Russia if he believes it is obstructing a peace agreement in Ukraine. Tensions over Ukraine. President Trump has been critical of both Russia and Ukraine, emphasizing that he would consider levying additional tariffs on Russia if it is found responsible for delays in achieving a ceasefire. This comes amid a controversial move by President Putin, who has called for a transitional government to replace Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Expressing his concerns, Trump stated, Trump also criticized Zelenskyy for allegedly backtracking on a rare minerals agreement the two leaders were set to sign last month. The deal fell apart after tensions flared during an Oval Office meeting. Trump suggested Zelenskyy was reconsidering the agreement, which could complicate diplomatic relations further. Iran and the nuclear deal beyond Ukraine. Trump is also threatening secondary tariffs on Iran if the country withdraws from nuclear negotiations. He made it clear that sanctions would be imposed unless Iran commits to an agreement. Analysts suggest Iran's nuclear ambitions pose a serious threat to stability in the Middle East. The regime's support for militant groups such as Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis continues to fuel regional conflicts. Experts argue that increased sanctions and economic pressure may be the only effective strategy to counter Iran's influence. The economic factor in pressuring Putin. Former CIA officer Mike Baker weighed in on Putin's long-term strategy, suggesting the Russian leader may have little interest in a swift resolution to the war in Ukraine. Experts argue that tightening sanctions on Russian oil and gas could significantly weaken Moscow's ability to sustain its war efforts. Re-evaluating government spending. Meanwhile, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk recently visited the CIA to discuss government efficiency. The conversation sparked debate over waste and inefficiencies within intelligence agencies. While some argue that bureaucratic excess exists, others caution against deep budget cuts that could impact national security. Baker commented, as tensions rise on multiple global fronts, the coming months will reveal whether Trump's economic threats translate into concrete policy actions.